here for the Eagles. They kept the wraps on him. Just catch the ball. Don't make any mistakes. He just got the ball. You saw what Ray Rhodes has seen in Freddie Solomon, his ability to make things happen. Back upstairs.
Thanks. 1st and 10 at the Steelers' 47. Solomon in there. Bobby Hoying on the roll, and he finds Freddie Solomon. Perfect timing for Carl Churkin's report. Freddie Solomon with a nice pickup there. Talk about Bobby Hoying, who's a drop-back receiver, passer. Talk about him rolling out here to get Freddie.
Well, this is a guy that you'd love to have in your nickel package. Here's a guy that can make plays at open space. Here, just wheeling to the outside, catches the ball, and takes a heck of a hit from Dion Figures. I'll tell you, Freddie Solomon's a guy in your nickel package. He can become a valuable asset.
Here's that situation John Gruden loves. 2nd and very short, operating from the Steelers' 38-yard line. Give is to Derek Witherspoon, rather. Derek Witherspoon has the first down around the right side, and Derek Witherspoon has just been very consistent most of this half, Ron.
Well, he's showing real flashes here. We have not seen extensive duty from Derek Witherspoon as a running back. We've seen him primarily as a kick returner. He's showing that if you give him the football with some room, he can make things happen. You'll see the pull right here. Johansson coming on the outside, Witherspoon following him. You get a man on a man. Jason Dunn making his block, and you get a positive play for the first down.
1st and 10 of the Steelers' 33. You also saw number 65 as we look at Ricky Waters. Bubba Miller, the backup center, still making blocks even if the ball carrier has gone by. Derek Witherspoon and Fred McCrary, twin backs behind Hoying. Hoying back to pass. Looking to the left side. Nice throw to Mark Say. Good throw by Bobby Hoying.
Mark Say needs a big game tonight. Freddie Solomon has shown he can make the team. If Freddie Solomon can come in there as a nickel back, that may put Mark Say on the bubble. It may put Bowie on the bubble. Who do you keep? An extra wide receiver? Do you keep an extra running back? Mark Say has to come up big. There he did. You'll see, this is one thing Bobby Hoying can do. He can fire the rock, rotate the spheroid, call it what you want. This one is right between the 8 and the 1 in the tough coverage.
Say got him 8. 2nd and 2 from the Steelers' 25. Hoying, give us to Derek Witherspoon one more time. He's got an Eagles first down. He's inside the 20, and you can't say enough as Eric Riccati on the stop for the Steelers. You can't say enough about backup offensive linemen doing the job as well as the starters.
That's right, this offensive line group, and we talked about it, you know, when we opened the show, it was going to be our storyline. This offensive line has come to life tonight. And we talk about the offensive line, those 5 down linemen having to play as one. Tonight, they have been doing that. You give a Witherspoon just to see him, just to crack, he's going to take it up the field for 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19 as we look at Derek Witherspoon. Troy Drake is a backup, but he's played the entire game at right tackle after Richard Cooper went down. Give again is to Witherspoon. He is tripped up in the backfield. Nice stop by Jerry Oslavsky for the Steelers. And Troy Drake, we mentioned in the first half when he had a penalty call, but here's a guy who played defensive tackle in college. This is only his 2nd year as an offensive tackle.
Well, he's going to have to grow up very fast. You know, if he's going to make a contribution, you know, he's going to have to learn this game rather quickly. A la Barrett Brooks did a year ago. He was thrown in there, started every preseason game, started every regular season game, and started 2 playoff games. Barrett Brooks can get the job done, and I think Troy Drake is going to need that kind of experience to take his game to the next level.
Call it 2nd down and 10. Eagles with 4 wide receivers, one of them tight end Jimmy Johnson. He's going to come in motion back towards Bobby Hoying. Hoying, 2-step drop. Good quick throw over the middle, and that is something you love, is Freddie Solomon with the reception, but to see Bobby Hoying with the quick drop and the quick release.
Hoying does a nice job of reading the open receiver as we take a look here at Barrett Brooks and Joe Panos. You see Brooks setting for the short drop. Does a real nice job of taking the rush wide because he knows Bobby Hoying is setting up on a 3-step drop, and 5 yards. He's going to get rid of the ball in 1.5 seconds. He does not have to stay with his block very long. Bobby Hoying does a nice job of finding Solomon, moves the chains.
And you see the chains are about 4 yards away from another Eagles first down. 3rd down and 4 at the Steelers' 13. Hoying back to pass. Looking to his left side, out of the backfield. What a catch! Incomplete. Derek Witherspoon almost with a miraculous catch at the pylon. Would have been 6, but another example of what Derek Witherspoon's doing to improve his standards for the team.
We'll take a look at number 75, Troy Drake, taking the outside rush. He knows Bobby Hoying is going with the deep drop. He runs him behind the quarterback. That's exactly what you want to do. You see the real nice throw. We talk about location, 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 away from the defender. Would have been a tough catch for Witherspoon, but that's one you got to come up with.
All right, Gary Anderson on to try to make it a 20-6 game for the Eagles. Kick is up. Kick is good. Automatic. Gary Anderson with the field goal. And there on the sidelines, Ty Detmer talking to Derek Witherspoon. And quarterbacks react when good things happen and when they almost happen.
Well, I like what Bobby Hoyne did right there. Set his feet, delivered. He's going, oh, baby, I thought I had my first.
Eagles rookie Bobby Hoyne on the telephone upstairs to John Gruden and the rest of the offensive coaches. Nice drive he engineered. They ended up with a field goal to make the lead 20-6, 3:45 to go in the third quarter.
I know exactly what Bobby's saying. Mom, you wouldn't believe it. I had him for my first pro touchdown, and he dropped it.
Absolutely. Call it home. That's going to be Charles Johnson out across the 20, and that's where the Pittsburgh Steelers will put it back in play with 3:34 to go in our third quarter. Don't forget that the Eagles Youth Partnership will be holding their annual carnival on Saturday, October the 5th here at Veterans Stadium from 12 noon till 4 p.m. The carnival is available to people for a couple of dollars that are well spent to help the Eagles Youth Partnership. For information on it, call 463-5500. Something owner Jeffrey Lurie was talking about. This Philadelphia Eagles franchise very involved in the community. Philadelphia Eagles facing a Steelers offense that will now begin play at their own 24, and Cordell Stewart continuing to play. Is he going to be the starter next week when they go to Jacksonville?
Jim Miller will start the game, but they want to give Cordell Stewart as much work as they can.
Fred McAfee, the single back behind Stewart. Back to pass. Pump fake. Under pressure. Gets it out to the right side. That is McAfee out of the backfield, near to a first down. Mark Woodard with the stop for the Eagles. Penalty flag way downfield. We're going to have to see what that was about because Jaheen Arnold was about 45 yards downfield with Barry Wilburn.
Yeah, he was probably held by Barry Wilburn. The flag is down the field, and by the look of what Cordell Stewart tried to do was run a little hitch pump fake and let him go deep, and Barry Wilburn probably just grabbed him so he didn't run by him.
Johnny Greer with the call there, and it's exactly what Ron said. It is going to be defensive holding, talking to the Steelers about their option. Once again, Don Tollefson, as we look at Ray Rhodes, along with Ron Jaworski and Fox Philadelphia Sports Director Carl Churkin at the vet, Johnny Greer.
Holding, number 45, defense, first down.
Automatic first, as Jaws told you, Barry Wilburn with the hold. That'll move the ball out to the 28-yard line. 3:28 to go in the third quarter. Again, Eagles up by 14, Ron.
You know what impressed me about Cordell Stewart? His ability to stay in the pocket. You know, a quarterback such as Cordell Stewart, a lot of comparisons to a Randall Cunningham, a guy that could make great plays on his own. He stays in the pocket, makes his reads, and tries to throw the football before he's forced to run.
Cordell Stewart back to pass. Freddie McAfee on the draw, and that's going to draw a loss as the Philadelphia Eagles primarily backup defense with a nice stop there. One of the things that we like about the younger Eagles is they are extremely aggressive. Watch Ray Farmer almost lose his jersey here, Ronnie.
Well, Ray Farmer is pressing to start on his football team. You'll see John Jackson stick him. I mean, maybe a little holding going on there, but Farmer's got to get off that block. He can't. You're going to get blocked in the NFL, but you can't stay blocked. Ray Farmer is a guy that Ray Rhodes is looking to push Mark Woodard for that starting outside linebacker job. That's not the kind of play that Ray is going to be happy with. When he gets into your pads, you got to get him off your pads.
Johnny Greer and his crew with a conference here as we're winding down in the third quarter. Ray Farmer, an outstanding athlete at Duke University, as you know, Ron. He also played baseball, great, versatile, all-around player, as Johnny Greer has yet another penalty call.
The last foul by the defense should have been a 5-yard penalty and automatic first down. The sticks were not moved on the play. We'll readjust them now.
Johnny with the complete explanation. Yeah, just get it right?
That's all right. They got it right.
We've seen a lot of the instant replay controversy revisited with it being used in some games during the preseason. As we look at Ray Rhodes, who's a big replay advocate, do you want it back the way they're trying it in the preseason?
I like it. I really
Absolutely.
do. I believe, with the technology we have nowadays, that replay, used properly, can improve the game and correct human error.
Now that the sticks have been straightened out, call it a 2nd and 13. Eagles up by 14. Steelers operating deep in their own territory. Stewart back to pass. Right side, out of the backfield, number 38, John Whitman. He is up close to the 37-yard line. Nice pickup on the pass. Joe Kelly, the veteran linebacker, fighting for a spot on the team, Jaws, or is he definitely here?
Well, I think he's definitely going to make the football team. You need a veteran guy in that middle position. James Willis is going to be up and down, which is normal for a young inside linebacker. And I think when you bring in, Joe Kelly, you've got someone there in case Willis falters. You've got someone that can come in and get the job done.
One of the interesting things you notice is the substitution pattern emerges here late in the third quarter last preseason game. Even a Bobby Taylor is inserted back in there in a passing situation.
And Troy Vincent's out there also. They've got the first guys giving them some work.
You got it, absolutely, Ron. Cordell Stewart out of the shotgun. He's going to go on a quarterback draw. He is going to get hit. It's going to be very close. Looks initially like he got it. Darrell Boykin on the stop for the Birds.
The design quarterback draw. You'll see Cordell Stewart take 2 steps, set as a pass, and look for a seam. Anywhere to go. He's trying to get there. He dives for the first down and barely made it. This is what this guy brings, Don, that athleticism. He can make things happen on his own. That was by design.
Speaking of Eagles quarterbacks, Ty Detmer and Rodney Peete getting along so well. Nice to see that kind of a relationship in the quarterback crew all during the preseason. 1st and 10 for the Steelers operating from their own 38. Stewart back to pass again. Pump fake. Nothing open. Goes left side. Big hit. Nice job on Fred McAfee by number 56, Joe Kelly, the veteran you talked about. And if you are going to stick on a team, veteran or rookie, you got to keep hitting.
You know, well, Joe Kelly's a guy that's been around. He's an experienced veteran. He knows what's going on when he's out there. The minute Cordell Stewart drops, he's looking for his guy coming out of the backfield. Cordell Stewart looks right, comes back to left. Joe Kelly and Ray Farmer converge. Those are good hits right there.
Joe Kelly flying through the air, absolutely, Ron. Calling a pick of a 7, 2nd down and 3 for Cordell Stewart and the Steelers. Fumble on the play, ball is on the ground. And the Steelers have retained possession. Wait a minute now. At first they looked like they just called that it was a down situation. Going to have to wait for the ruling as the Eagles continue to lead by 14 with 14 seconds. Yeah, that's absolutely it. The Steelers will retain. Coming up for them now, it'll be a 3rd down situation. That's going to do it for the third quarter. I'm sorry, Ronnie, as Bill Cowher joins his troop. Bill Cowher and the Steelers will go in to the 4th quarter, trailing the Philadelphia Eagles by 14. The NFL on Fox continues.
20-6, the Eagles lead it here. You see Lester Holmes on the bench, number 73, with his right calf in ice. It has been wrapped for the last 15 minutes or so. It is a bruise. We do not know how deep the bruise. We do not know how serious it will be, but there have been an awful lot of people hurt on this Eagles offensive line. Then again, the people have gotten an opportunity to perform, Don, and Jaws have done so. Back to you.
Absolutely right as we look at Chris T. Jones. Speaking of performers, 3rd and 4 for the Steelers as we begin quarter number 4. They are operating from their own 44-yard line. Cordell Stewart in the shotgun. Looking to his left, and number 83, Corey Holiday, was wide open. As we're going to take a look at our third quarter statistics before the Steelers have to punt the ball back to the Philadelphia Eagles. Possession pretty even, rushing pretty even, but once again, the same story all night, Ron. The passing of the Eagles has been the difference. Well,
when we talked about the opening of this game, what the Eagles have to do to have an outstanding 1996 season is improve their passing game. Their rushing was number 4 in the NFL in 1995. It was 29 in passing. Tonight they've shown that they can throw the football. If they can throw the football efficiently and get some balance in their offense, this team could go deep into the playoffs.
Freddie Solomon awaiting Josh Miller's punt. He's going to take it via the fair catch opportunity just outside the 10-yard line, and that's where the Philadelphia Eagles will put it back into play with 14:48 to go. They lead. The Philadelphia Eagles lead the Steelers by 14. Philadelphia Eagles working the horns, as it were, along the sidelines. They don't have to do a lot of 800 number calling, though, to airlines this year, because compared to a lot of teams, as we go to the NFL on Fox Data Bank, they do not have to put up a lot of frequent flyer miles. Look at what the Chargers have to do this year. 41,000. The 49ers, 38,000. Eagles, 25th in a 30-team league, only flying 12,000 miles come the regular season that begins 1 week from today, when they will be taking the buses down to RFK.
Boy, is that a useless stat or what?
Oh, stop it. It's late in a preseason game. Thank you, sir. Bobby Hoying at the controls. Give us to Kevin Bowie up the middle. And they're going to try to establish something back on the ground, especially as the battle of the running backs continues, Ron.
But here is a good stat. The Pittsburgh Steelers were the best fourth quarter team in the NFL last year. They scored 135 points. So, although it's 20-6 right now, don't count the Steelers out.
Looking at Kevin Bowie, again, he and Fred McCrary are not only backfield mates as backups. They played together in college at Mississippi State. pickup of a yard on the play, they're going to call it 2nd down and 9 from the 12. Freddie Solomon, one of the wide receivers in there. Mark Say, the guy over from the Chargers that Ron mentioned, a veteran fighting for